before we get to our next topic. It says, how do you guys feel about Gunther facing Cena next week instead of LA Knight? I mean, look, Cena wanted to face the younger stars. Now, Gunther's not exactly a spring chicken, but he's younger than most people on that roster. And I think he's a guy that WWE is really getting behind. They're never going to get behind LA Knight as a top guy. LA Knight is a cute upper mid card performer that can sell t-shirts, but he's never going to be a tippy top guy. Gunther is world champion material. Triple H is absolutely infatuated with that guy. Of course they're going with Gunther. That's the match to make, not LA Knight. It makes no sense at all to go with LA Knight. And I'm actually looking forward to watching John Cena versus Gunther. I think they're going to have a heck of a match.
Are people okay? My initial core reaction is I don't give a fuck, but then I'm going to think about this now because like people care about opinions. Are we really trying to say that we would rather see an LA Knight match, an Eli Drake match, than Gunther / Walter? Are we on crack? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, no, there's in no world. And look, Eli Drake has always just been cosplaying as Stone Cold, as cosplaying as The Rock, and he's even got a little bit of John Cena in his arsenal as far as his moves go.
Got over, I'll give him that.
Yeah, look, if you're going to steal from people, I guess you're going to steal from the biggest stars ever. So I don't got any hate towards the guy. I just don't think he's improved a lot since he's been in the WWE, but I don't think he's particularly great. Gunther is great. Here's the thing: is like who wins, and I think I'm pretty sure I'm with John Cena on that. I think I agree with Alvarez. John Cena should go out as like winning, like Sting did. So
yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm of two minds of the subject. Part of me says pro wrestling tradition is, you go out on your sword or you go out on your shield.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think there's value in Gunther being the guy that retired John Cena. Do I think they'll do that? Probably not. I don't think Triple H is creative enough to do something like that. So it's probably going to be John Cena.
Yeah. Well, so that's typically what WWE does. Like every top guy that's ever retired in WWE, they always lose on the way out. So I think Tony Khan, whenever he did the Sting angle, I think he set a precedent that the huge babyface goes out winning. And
but it was
that was such a cool moment and one of the greatest shows ever. I could see them wanting to replicate that with Cena.
I get what you're saying, but the Sting thing is different because it was a tag match and because Darby Allin is the guy that has been like Darby Allin's been a top player because of his association with Sting and AEW, right? So I mean, like you can headline any pay-per-view with Darby Allin, and that's because of his association with Sting. So while Sting didn't put over the guy, his association puts over the next guy. This is a singles match, you know. I don't know. I'm of the mind that you should put Gunther over, but you're probably right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I legitimately don't know what's going to happen with that match. And I think that makes it more interesting. So, which you typically, when you're watching WWE, like, exactly what's about to happen. So
why did WWE internet fans, I see this in the chat, why did WWE internet fans hate Gunther? Or are they just like the fans?
They do.
Is he a heel?
I don't know. I don't know that they do. I don't know why they would. I thought everybody loved Gunther. So
I mean, we're just talking about the people at the shows. Like, good, they should hate Gunther. He's a heel. Like, don't we want our heel versus babyface match for John Cena? I mean, that's what John Cena is. That his whole career has been against, the good guy against the bad guy. I mean, why would we want to have babyface versus babyface for his final match? It doesn't make any sense.
No, you're gonna want the big. Look, John Cena single-handedly killed Osama bin Laden. You're gonna want the big foreign heel to face John Cena in his final match. I mean, John Cena pretended to be a Marine for 20 years. You gotta have Gunther in that match.
He's almost as bad as Sergeant Slaughter in that regard.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's get to our next topic. If you want to talk about TNA on AMC, go ahead and drop us a chat. But JD, before I do, God, this fucking hat, this hat's not gonna cut it. It's giving me itchy. Hold on, I gotta get a new hat on. Hold on, don't laugh at my hairline, everybody.
You didn't.
I gotta get a new hat on.
You fucking son of a bitch.
What?
You bought a Carlos Silva hat.
A Carlos Silva trucker hat.
Wow.
With my podcast money.
Speaking of cosplaying, you're cosplaying Carlos Silva.
Hey, you know what, JD?
Holy shit.
I bought this hat for you, for that motherfucker, the King of the North, for all the non-believers. All the non-believers. I bought this hat for you because you guys were saying for years that TNA was not going to get a TV deal, and I kept saying it was going to happen. In 2024, at the end of the year, I said they're going to get a TV deal in 2025, and I also called the number. I said $10 million, and guess what? $10 million is what they got. I've been saying it for a long time. This was going to happen, and all the non-believers, JD, King of the North.
I'm a firm non-believer.
Way to have our back, Joe Lanza, Rich Krash, other guys, Odd Jobs, and the Voices of Wrestling Discord. You guys doubted me, and I got them a TV deal done. Well, okay, Carlos did, but
I want to remind you that we have a gift floating around that says TNA to the CW. So
yeah,
we wasn't right about that one.
No, I thought it was going to be the CW for sure, and then dude, I'm still so mad at myself because I ever show you the text that I got? It was on September 23rd.
You said like 10 times you'd send it to me. And you never sent it to me.
Okay, yeah, I'll send it to you, and I'll crop out the person that sent it to me. But it was September 23rd, AMC, and I didn't really like. I was like, you know what? There's so many TV networks at the time were flying around that they could have gone to. I was like, AMC doesn't make any sense. They don't even have sports. It's like they have old school movies and premium movies and like upper scale television shows. Like that's where Mad Men and Breaking Bad and Walking Dead, like top notch television shows have been on for a long time. Right now, it's just spinoffs of those series for right now. But it's a big network, man. It's a top 30 network, and it's got a pretty good viewership. And this is huge for TNA. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a massive deal for them. I mean, the money is pretty good for TNA. I think
somebody asked the question. Hold on, confirmed they got 10 mil. That is not confirmed. That was just a report from Blake Avignon that they got 30 million. And then I was listening to another podcast, and they were doing some funky math, and they said it looks like they're getting 10 million over 3 years. I don't know if that's confirmed. I read the Variety article and I read the Hollywood Reporter article, and that's usually where you would get that information. And Carlos Silva has refused to answer the question, so it might even be less. So I don't know. But I was in a rant, and so I just fucking threw the number out there. So give me a break.
I think it's probably less. But it's still like, dude, this is a company that we started covering when they were on Twitch. Like, those early days, like I remember we did the first AEW TNA crossover was our first show, and most people watched it on Twitch back then. Like I remember when you had to get the Pursuit channel to get TNA Impact. Like this is a massive step up for this company. Like much like my herpes, it just won't go away, and it always shows up again. You think you've got them beat, and you think you've got it figured out, and then you got a wrestling tournament, and boom, it fucking fires up on your lip. Like I have nothing but respect for what TNA Impact has been able to do the last couple of years.